Hi there, Mike Brady with Generosity Wealth Management. This is the wrap-up video of the 7 days of thanks. And I have to tell you, it's been wonderful for me, and I hope it's been wonderful for you and very helpful to take some time every day to reflect on all of the blessings that we have in our life, all the positive things. In addition to all of the responses I received from people through the forum, the number of emails that I received from people that were heart touching, they cried. They said, I thought about this all day long. I spoke to my spouse, about the answer and the question, what it led and what it meant in our lives. And that was the purpose of it. The purpose was not to necessarily have you fill it out in the form, but to have you stop and reflect and to make your life the best life that it can be. Now, you might ask, why did I do this? Well, community is very important to me. All of you who are watching this video, who received my emails, you know me, so this shouldn't be a surprise. This year more than ever, just because of the COVID, it's been hard to physically have community, but it doesn't mean that we don't stop trying. I was very moved by a conversation I had with a client years ago that really changed my whole outlook on things. He said something like, hey, I really want to leave a legacy when I die. And I asked him, I'm like, hey, that's great. Do you want to do you want to make an impact while you're living too? He stopped for a while, very silent, and then said, I never thought of that before. Absolutely, I do. We don't have to just leave money and have a legacy after we die. What can we do today? What can we do between now and the time that we die so that our families, ourselves, our families, and our communities are better because of it? That's really what thinking about gratitude and frankly, everything that I'm about in my particular company. It's not just numbers on a piece of paper. It's not just working on financial planning for you, which is a key aspect to it. I don't want to minimize it, but it's why. What is the purpose of our life? How do we live a generous, rewarding, and enriched life? Because everything that we're doing, it complements what the answer is to that question. This past week was to remind all of us, me, you, everyone who responded, everyone who opened up the email, everyone who's a part of my community, why are we doing this? What is our life about? How can I make an impact? If you feel that I can help you out, or anyone that you know that I could help out, it's not just about money. I'm not here to solicit, hey, this is why I need to be your financial advisor, your planner, your wealth manager. It's really, how can we live this life together and be joyous in the way that we approach things? We have the big winner. It is Dan L. He is the guy who won yesterday's as well. So he's a very lucky guy, a great client, a great friend. And when I talked to him just a few minutes ago, he's like, Mike, could I have 2 charities? And I'm like, of course, why not? How can I say no? So the first, and by the way, it was a $500 prize to the charity of his choice, so he's going to split it up 50-50. $250 is going to go towards Testicular Cancer Foundation. I'm going to put on the bottom of this screen the website for it. It's wonderful. That's something that I really care about, men's health. If you remember, I used to have a beard at the video at the beginning of the week, and I no longer do. I had the beard because of men's health, No Shave November. And then my client is incredibly involved with rugby. And so the second charity that he would like that money to go towards is the Women's World Rugby Foundation, so that they can go to the World Cup Rugby in 2021. It is a nonprofit supporting the the women's national team going to the World Rugby in 2021. Both wonderful organizations. I'm going to also put the Women's World Rugby information at the bottom of the screen and inside the email as well. So I just want to thank everyone for being a part of this past week. I think I might do this again next year. It was so rewarding for me, and I feel closer to you. Hopefully you feel a little closer to me, and some of the responses as well, to know that there's a lot of people who think differently and think alike to you, but we're all part of this thing called a community. But we do have a real blessed life. Before I go, two things. Number one, my mom is doing better. I'm actually recording this from my home in North Boulder, and I've been here for the last 3-4 days or so. I'm going back to my mom's this coming Sunday for Christmas week. She's not completely better. She's not 100%, but she's getting better. And so one of the things that I am incredibly thankful for is that I have a business that that allows me to be with my family when they need me, and they need me right now. And so that's something that 2020 has given me as a gift, that the expectation is not every interaction having to be in person. The second thing is, right behind me is that photo that I talked about in one of the emails. That is one of my cherished possessions. That's Cassidy right there. Nope, I'm actually in the yellow. That's me, and then that's Cassidy. And I'm going to put up on the screen there what the photo is a little bit closer so you can see it. But there are two photos, and then they painted out from there. And along the rim here, all along this rim there is the story of how we met. My wife and I have met back in 1994 and been married for many of those years. So anyway, thank you very much. If I can ever help you in your path through life, please give me a call. This has been a joy to stop this week each day and to think about how much we have to be grateful for. And I'm glad that I went through this journey with you, and I'm glad you're my friend, my client, part of my community. Have a wonderful end of the year, wonderful holidays, and a wonderful 2021. Bye-bye now.